We are doing the daily collective read for today, Sunday, February 5th, 2023. What is coming in store for us today? Can I please get 5 cards to get started? First card we are coming up with is the 7 of Wands in its reversal, and I'm very happy to see this card in its reversal because we did see this in its upright just a few days ago in our card of the day. So more than anything, what we're really seeing here is, as I said, there was some situation or circumstance that you may have felt was triggering you. You may have felt that you had to kind of defend yourself against some circumstance or situation where you felt like you had the higher ground. Today is the day that you're really just allowing yourself to move on from this point, understanding that you don't necessarily need to fight back against things when you know that your integrity is intact. And this is a moment where you're choosing your integrity as you walk away from situations and circumstances that may have made you feel like you were on the defense. Continuing to get clarity on these points right now, the next card we are seeing is more clarity on what this potential area that you're walking away from being indicated with this 6 of Cups in its reversal. So what you may have been acknowledging or experiencing right now around some kind of conflict that you've been having is that there is some sort of karmic connection associated with this problem area, and that whatever that is, that energy isn't necessarily serving you or is not necessarily looking out for your best interests. With the understanding that sometimes we can feel this connection point to certain energies doesn't necessarily mean that we can heal those energies, because it does take 2 people in order to want to heal a connection. So this could be a moment that you're choosing to make that choice for yourself to move away from energies that you do not feel are serving your highest purpose. Makes a lot of sense given the fact that our card of today was that Lovers in its reversal. Continuing to get clarity right now, the 3rd card in today's spread, our center card for today, is the 2 of Swords. So you may be holding back on an action right now, trying to decide how to move forward, but really taking this moment to allow your intuition to guide you before you take that necessary action as it relates to potentially making a decision or potentially ending or severing something with this sword energy that we are seeing here. Continuing to get clarity on these cards right now, the next card in our 5-card spread is, this is a moment where the choice is up to you in terms of how to move forward. We're getting this strongly with the Fool coming up. So this is saying to me that there are new cycles and new beginnings that you are starting this week, potentially setting the course for the rest of the week today and deciding what you need to stop doing or what you need to start doing in order to move forward from this point. But we do see that there is some kind of decision around some sort of choice and ending that you have to make in order to proceed from this point in that beautiful Fool energy. The last card in our 5-card spread right now, we have Temperance in its reversal. So whatever this new start, whatever this new direction that you're looking to set about into this week, we're feeling that pressure, not feeling almost divinely guided to take action sooner rather than later into these new areas that you're looking to explore and continue into. I like these for our first 5, but let's get some drilled down for some clarity in terms of them. So getting more clarity on this circumstance or situation that you are choosing potentially not to fight back against, accepting and acknowledging that there is some kind of karmic connection here that is not in its positive aspect, giving this the reason and the acknowledgement as to why you're moving away from this argument or this conflict. Can I please get 1 card to clarify? Whoop! We've got 2 cards coming out here. And this, I love this, because what this really shows is, even though there are these potentially connections that are not in a good place right now, you're using this opportunity, instead of trying to fight or defend your position, to really focus on your own care of yourself, and also a big investment back into your own space, both your internal space, your emotional space, but also the immediate space around you, and trying to create that comfortable life, or that positive life for yourself, where you are truly going to feel at that point of comfort. And that comfort starts with care of the self and giving back to the self. Love these 2 cards in combination right now. Continuing to get clarity right now around potentially some connection in your life that you're acknowledging is not in a positive place or is not serving your highest good right now. Acknowledging that this is kind of a 2-part. It takes 2 to be able to heal a connection, and not necessarily potentially seeing that ability to heal on the other end of this connection, and letting your instincts really guide you as you decide what steps to take from this point on. May I please get 1 card to clarify? Woo! We do have an abandonment wound that's been triggered around this circumstance or situation. So again, even though there is this reinvestment in yourself, in your own sense of comfort, there is a feeling that there has been some sort of abandonment as it relates to this other energy. And it is this choice, this walking away that we see you making because you believe that in the way this energy has effectively left you out in the cold or has abandoned you. And this is where you're being able to make your determinations from. And you're also pausing to really ask yourself what the next best step is. Continuing to get clarity right now between this Two of Swords. So a moment of contemplation, a moment of sitting in your feelings, of allowing that emotionality to take root to determine what steps to take next. And this desire and this willingness to move forward from this perspective, from this position, in the best way possible. May I please get one card to clarify? We have here the Hierophant in its reversal. So what we're really seeing here right now is that there is something about the circumstance or situation that you find yourself in right now that is allowing you to really take unconventional approaches. This is also talking about kind of ending any kind of agreements or contracts with people that potentially have not been serving your highest purpose, but more than anything, allowing this to be a moment of taking an unconventional approach as you move forward from this point, allowing yourself to think outside of the box as you continue. Continuing to get clarity between these cards, getting clarity between these two very powerful cards of the Fool, feeling like the time is now to move and feeling like there is no reason for delay or pause, really feeling this almost like anxious immediacy that's kind of being divinely led to take action as soon as you can. Can I please get one card to clarify? We've got 3 cards coming forward right now, both with, and this is very interesting depending on whether you align to feminine or masculine energy, bearing in mind that this is not based on gender, but what you feel most aligned to. For a lot of you, you're making this decision right now because you were waiting for some sort of emotional offer that did not come to fruition. However, you are trying to seek a point of balance from this point, even in light of this energy that has not come forward in this emotional capacity that you were ideally hoping for. This is probably very much associated with this Six of Cups and its reversed energy that we see that you're trying to navigate through as you go forward from this point. However, for feminine, what we're really seeing is this is a moment that you're using this opportunity to really step into your power. We love seeing the Queen of Wands here because this is an energy around feminine, bearing in mind that this is not based on gender, but what you feel most aligned to, that is really allowing you to come into your sense of strength, to build that power back in yourself, to build your ability to communicate, to build your ability to really show your power here. Whereas for masculine, this could be a moment right now where you're not feeling necessarily the ability to come forward in some sort of emotional capacity, but trying to create balance around a feminine energy right now that you see is in its power, that you see is in its grace, and that you feel that you can truly build a communication and connection point with. Continuing to get clarity between these cards right now, getting clarity between this beautiful Nine of Pentacles with the Ace of Cups. So a reinvestment in yourself, a reinvestment in your immediate surroundings, trying to create that sense of comfort for yourself and understanding that that is based on care of the self first and foremost. Even as you navigate some abandonment wounds that have been triggered recently from some events that are occurring around potentially a connection that is not in its positive space. Can I please get one card to clarify? We've got 2 cards coming out here. We've got, again, that feeling of immediacy coming through with the Sun. So being able to really go after your joy right now and not being willing to or able to kind of wait on anything that feels like it will delay that. That this is the moment that you're really taking to say the time is now, and you are going towards the things that are creating that sense of positivity for yourself. Even in the midst of these feelings of abandonment that you may be experiencing. And this would explain why you're not waiting necessarily on any offers or opportunities that are postponing this joy for you, but instead just tackling them directly. Continuing to get clarity right now between these abandonment wounds that may have been inspired by some connection that's not in a positive place right now, along with this Hierophant in its reversal. So a moment of taking some unconventional approaches as you address some of these wounds that you are experiencing. May I please get one card to clarify? Come on out. We see here that one of the things that's allowing you to move forward from this point is new offers, new opportunities that are coming towards you, even in the midst of experiencing this kind of unconventional moment you find yourself in and some of these wounds being triggered. But a lot of this is being made easier right now because you have some very tangible offers that are coming towards you right now. And today you may be receiving some of these coming through, even as you decide your next steps going forward. Continuing to get clarity right now between this Hierophant in the reversal. Thank you guys so much for the gifts. I deeply appreciate you. So this moment that's making you take some kind of new approaches or considering new perspectives and maybe even unconventional approaches around specifically, and even some kind of ending of certain boundaries or certain contracts or certain bonds with individuals, specifically because you're dealing with some area right now where you're not necessarily getting the offer, the emotional expression that you were hoping for, trying to achieve balance. For feminine right now, this is moving into a point of power and communication, while as for masculine, this could be a lot of attention directed toward a feminine expression that you're not feeling that emotional offer from. May I please get one card to clarify? We have here a bit of an uncertainty point hitting with this Page of Swords in its reversal. So this could speak to some of the uncertainty about these new approaches. As I said, this is taking a bit of an unconventional approach in terms of how you have to tackle the circumstance or situation that you're moving into right now. And you are feeling a little bit of uncertainty as it relates to how you're going to necessarily move forward from this point. This would also explain why we have a bit of a pause happening right now with this Two of Swords, because you're not necessarily completely sure how you want to do this. You're not feeling completely in your power here, but we see here that you really are trying to get your courage up as it relates to this. This is going to feel a little bit easier for feminine right now, because for feminine, I feel that you're just kind of allowing this moment to give you the embodiment of this courageousness, of this power. Whereas for masculine, we see that there is a moment of weakness that's happening, even as you try to address some connection with feminine that you're not necessarily feeling super confident about approaching or how to approach. Continuing to get clarity on these points right now, getting clarity between this Sun card moving into a space right now of your highest potential, of your highest growth, of your highest happiness, and feeling like the time is now and being unwilling to wait on being able to achieve these things, particularly because you have some very tangible offers coming towards you in the immediate moment that are allowing you to kind of go after these instead of kind of waiting or playing this waiting game on some more latent offers. May I please get one card to clarify? We have the Emperor, which we love seeing, and this is going to feel a little bit different depending on whether you align to feminine or masculine energy. So for feminine right now, this could be some offers that are coming towards you right now in the tangible space, and you like these offers because not only are they showing to be very practical and very immediate, but they're also showing or associated with a manifestation of masculine that is in their power, that is in their control, that is using that authority and that control in the best way possible. And this is what's causing you to have some of this positivity as you move forward from this perspective. For masculine right now, this is a moment where you may be kind of receiving some offers or experiencing some offers, or you may yourself might even be the one putting these offers forward. But whatever this is a moment of you kind of embracing your positive aspect and coming into your power as these offers are coming towards you right now. Don't hate it. Don't hate it at all. Continuing to get clarity on these points right now, getting clarity between this very interesting dichotomy of emotions right now, with the Page of Pentacles in its upright and the Page of Swords in its reversal. So again, some energies that are coming towards you right now with very practical offers, other ones that you feel are moving away from you, and also potentially feeling this moment of doubt or uncertainty or not necessarily total confidence as these new offers come forward, but still allowing yourself to be open and receptive to them. May I please get one card to clarify, please? We've got our one card here. This is a Queen of Pentacles moment. So what's very interesting right now is while the feminine energy is necessarily potentially moving into a place of greater communication, of greater power, there is some feelings of potential instability as it relates to your more practical material life and security. So a lot of the attention is being focused on this, and this could also be why you're feeling a bit of this lack of confidence, feminine, as it relates to the offers coming towards you right now. While as for masculine, this could really be interpreted as two different manifestations of feminine that you may be experiencing right now. One that is coming into its power, that is being very communicative, that is being very passionate, whereas you are kind of losing some, maybe feeling a lack of confidence around another manifestation of feminine, that you have some concerns, or maybe in a point right now where they're not seeming like they do have that stability in their life, or creating some sort of instability for you in your own practical space. Continuing to get clarity between these very, very interesting cards that we are rounding out this reading in, the final card for today's spread, between this Emperor in its upright, so masculine really moving into a state of power right now, feminine right now potentially having feeling a bit of weakness as it relates to their material like their material security or their material strength and structure. This is probably why we're also seeing some of this return to self-care and this return to grounding we see with the Nine of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups here. Now, can I please get one card to clarify between these points, because this is going to take a little bit of discussion. May I please get the final card for today's spread? Is a desire not to fight, a desire to put any kind of conflicts down, to put any of the conflicts away, even between the feminine and masculine energy. So this is going to feel a little bit different right now, depending on whether you align to feminine or masculine energy, bearing in mind that this is not based on gender, but what you feel most aligned to. For feminine right now, this could be feeling like a moment of instability, but moving towards a masculine that is in their power, that is in their strength, that is showing a lot of that positive, giving a lot of that security and strength to the feminine right now, and appreciating this energy because you realize that it is moving away from any sort of conflicts that you may be experiencing, and it is creating this peace of mind for yourself. Whereas for masculine, this is a moment where you are coming into your power and you are coming into your strength, even in the midst of trying to kind of work with a feminine energy that you may not necessarily feel is in a place where they're completely feeling that stable material security right now. But being there in a capacity where you're trying to lend support to this energy and not necessarily causing any more conflicts for that energy as you go forward, which we love for both energies. Bottom of the deck right now as we go forward is beautiful Six of Wands. So there is some circumstance or situation that you are navigating right now that is making you feel like you are not being seen or truly seen or appreciated. And I feel like this could have a lot to do with some of this Six of Cups in its reversal that is still being dealt with around some external energy that is a karmic bond that is not necessarily in its most productive place. But really, we see that there is this attention or this reorientation that's happening to new energies that you feel are going to give you this sense of accomplishment, that feel like they're really kind of supporting you as you go forward from this point, but still trying to deal with some of the wounds from some situation or scenario that was making you feel less than seen or less than appreciated for the work that you do and for the things that you're trying to do. That is our daily collective read for the day. I just want to thank you guys so much for being here. Just a reminder, if you would like to book a private reading with me, you can book one on my website, graystrega.com. I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and we will do this again tomorrow.